goes on into the playoffs, the loser has nothing but regrets for what is going to be a very short offseason before the winter split. And then, of course, the trade window and everything that comes with that. Who knows? It is Freaky getting this ball downfield, but Thumbway all over it in the corner. Oh, beaten out on that challenge, however, by Freaky. Now Thumbway has Steak waiting at midfield. Oh, it's a double from Thumbway instead, and Steak is there to clean it up on the doorstep.
Look at what happens when you give him space. Thumbway almost scoring that double, just barely off target, threw off the defense, and Steak with full confidence in his teammate, able to clean that up. Giants with the pressure, start things off here to open up the series.
It was the Giants starting off the last series with triple trouble, off on the right foot. Had a big performance in game one. They came up with a shutout, and then they had to battle the rest of the way, and they came up just short, including that overtime, that fluke goal that naturally went in for Calix. Tigre shot blocked away by Tox, and now the Giants off and running. This will come hard out of the corner. Little interference in front of the net, and Tox will score.
And this is just looming offense here from the Giants. Tox booms it downfield. Thumbway all over Ocelon, removing all of his options, making a panic. Meanwhile, Tox just presses forward. That pressure, big here for Giants' success, and you're seeing it firsthand. 2 goals within the first minute.
Tigre going up high, and Tox is right there waiting. It is uncanny, the game sense that the Vodafone Giants have, and it's actually stunning to see this team now in round 5. I was already surprised to see them playing in round 4. A demolition opens things up, and Steak will score over the absent Freaky.
And you can tell Giants are not really happy with losing that last series against Triple Trouble. Pinpoint offensive attacks here. Steak picking up his 2nd goal, but it's been pretty good participation all around here. Fadeaway, they're literally facing a Giant.
Freaky got over one, but Steak is there. Tox rotating in, and again the rotation's on point, certainly, for the Vodafone Giants. Tigre over for Ocelon. Got to get this ball down in front for a teammate. He will not. But it just seems like the Vodafone Giants are playing defense in slow motion and still having to wait for Fadeaway to get anything going. This is a lot better, and Freaky challenges the defense and wins.
Good challenge here, but look at the pass from Ocelon. That's such a good setup. Freaky can get that shot, and honestly, the defender has to guess where that one's gonna go. Great effort there for Fadeaway. They bring the deficit back to 2 goals.
Can they climb all the way back into this game? It's a long time to work with. 3 minutes. Ocelon shuts down the attack. His shot is going to be wide, and just the entire defense of the Giants waiting there at the goal line, and now they can break out. Thumbway needs one more touch to get his center. It does find Steak. His shot's high, and now Tigre quickly back the other way, and now Fadeaway trying to pick up the pace and try to challenge the Giants. This will angle downward, trying to take advantage of an error that Tox had made in the Triple Trouble series, but he wasn't all the way back anyways.
Moving this one downfield, you can just see again, this Vodafone Giants squad pushing everything forward, taking these aggressive challenges. Thumbway got a bump on Tigre, removing him from the play, and Freaky has all the control, although it gets Demo for taking his time. Ocelon in a tough spot, but has to weave through. And this is going to be kind of the deal right now as Fadeaway decide to open up with some new offense, as they are going to have to expect Giants to try to throw everything at them. Demos, aggressive challenges, and all, because they're going to try to break this defense down.
Freaky shot is high, and no rebound for Ocelon. He was charging at the net, though, and that's something Fadeaway's got to do. They do have to press the issue. They do have a minute 45, but that time's going to disappear in a hurry. Ocelon, he has to cut the rotation. He'll try to play this across the center line. Tigre there to support. Thumbway trying to get this out of the corner, and that will bounce right back out for Tox to go chase down at midfield. Thumbway and the Vodafone Giants. Trying to start off strong like they did last round, but they've got to play a full series if they want to find their way in the playoffs next week. They'll be without Fadeaway now, as Freaky could not get the double. Or rather, Ocelot couldn't get the double. Freaky's shot is blocked away. And now you're seeing Fadeaway be a lot more aggressive, but they've got to convert here in the final minute.
Like you said, got to convert. Need 2 goals in the next minute. Pass plays coming out, though, for Giants. Steak, good a shot, but it will not fall. So, counter-attack play. But notice how the offense from the Vodafone Giants has been slowed down. Ever since the first minute and a half, where they were able to accumulate their lead, they haven't been able to build off of that anymore, as Fadeaway seemed to have kind of loaded into things. Now, this is similar to what you saw from Triple Trouble. So even if Fadeaway dropped this game, I'd be really interested to see if they drop 2 in a row.
Ocelot for Freaky, and there is life for Fadeaway as Ocelot and Freaky, the tandem strikes again.
Oh, look at this, right into the air. Freaky, oh, he just has Steak beat. That's a speed battle, and Freaky is faster. Now, this one in the hands of Fadeaway. They need a goal to tie with 25 seconds left.
Ocelot got this going the right way off the kickoff. Tigre, oh, he's shut down by Steak. That's going to be devastating for Fadeaway. Thumbway couldn't convert here. And the ball's not going to get through, so Freaky will have a chance with 10 seconds left. Got to go the length of the field. Got Ocelot. Tigre, oh, he has all the time in the world to play this ball, looking for the double. No, it's swatted away by Steak, and the Giants hang on in game 1.
Hanging on is definitely the right way to talk about this game 1. Vodafone Giants with tremendous offensive pressure. Look at that, 10 shots to 7 against Fadeaway. Vodafone Giants were able to start strong and hold off Fadeaway, but that's not really what you want to see from Giants, because again, similar to their last series that we saw from them, they came out with a similar performance. But I think Fadeaway are slowly starting to adapt over time here. Gonna load up Forbidden Temple next, and I think what we saw from Fadeaway towards the end of this game, especially in that second half, was they'll them pick apart the Giants' defense, set up some really good opportunities, and honestly hit some impressive shots.
Well, we've seen this story play out before. Vodafone Giants take game 1. They dominated the first half of a game and come out on top, though they got much more of a fight from Fadeaway than they did Triple Trouble in the opening game last round. What did they do on Forbidden Temple? This is when TT started to turn the series around, and they won 3 straight. Fadeaway got a lot to look forward to. See if they can get Tigre in on the action, as it was all Freaky and Ocelot on the offense in that opening game. Steak for Tox. They almost score early again. Got a demolition on Freaky on the way out. That's going to really slow down Fadeaway.
Yeah, now Fadeaway, again, are going to have to try to see if they can play around it. Obviously, the best thing that we've seen was a counterattack, but wait, this one rolls all the way in, uncontested. Tox picks up a goal.
On the list of things you do not want to see, if you're Fadeaway, that defense left a lot to be desired, I think is the nicest way to put it. And it is 1-0 for the Vodafone Giants. Ocelot, that's going to fall right to Steak. Thumbway is already up for it, but Freaky beat him to the punch. Freaky, such a strong defensive presence, always has been throughout his entire career, but he is needed to be the offensive catalyst alongside Ocelot on this Fadeaway squad. Shot here from Tox is going to be well wide. Freaky waiting, Ocelot on the goal line as well. That means Tigre's got to go up. All 3 committed in one way or another to that play. And here come the Giants yet again. Thumbway looking for Tox. Maybe they're going to get burned, as Steak's got to get that off the backboard. Now Freaky's shot is high and wide, and Thumbway can collect.
And for that drive, you see honestly how weak Giants are on that transition. 2 close saves, and honestly getting outsped to the ball there. Again, Freaky being very fast, as he knows just win a challenge, and that's what makes him so good on that offensive end. That being said, they need to start converting here, because we know Giants can maintain a lead, but will they do a challenge? Freaky's up, the soft touch is not enough. Pass play to clear it out, and it'll go the other way.
Ocelot taken out by Tox, and he will spawn right in front of Freaky, and a little lucky that Freaky didn't get tangled up with him. Ocelon throws this all the way across. Tigre looking to get back into play. Doesn't have the midfield boost to play with. Now Steak's shot is wide. Follow-up from Tox is right at Ocelon.
Giants still trying to turn in and keep this one in play, as they do want to build up off that 1-goal lead. Been a lot of different options here that they've tried, getting aggressive, just outpacing Fadeaway to the ball. Nothing has worked just yet. As again, it's just a 1-goal game here. We're approaching the halfway point. We see Fadeaway with a lot of good offensive strides, but they're gonna have to just get a little bit more accurate with their touches and also have to tighten down on defense. If Tox hit that, it would have been a 2-goal lead.
Way looking for Tox again. Well, you can tell the Giants want to get Tox involved. He had 2 goals in the last series. He's got a couple already in this one. Way, full boost, up to the skies to try and clear this away, but Ocelon at least got a piece of that, so it will fall to the young German, Tox, to bring this across midfield, and he does, but only as far as Ocelon. Ocelon to center again. Freaky is all the way across, but he could not get in front of the shot. And who will take over now for Fadeaway? It's Ocelon. Tigre trying to run interference. Ocelon dancing through the air, just could not keep possession or get a quality shot off. Tigre will try now. This is a great possession from Fadeaway, keeping the pressure on. They haven't gotten a lot of quality looks out of it, but they have played keep away from a very tough Giants offense. Tigre now for Freaky, and Tox is there. What a great defensive stand from the Giants.
Yeah, Giants really had to hold off there. There were a lot of opportunities for Fadeaway to come out if the Giants defense started to slip, and they almost ended up having a nice transition play of their own, but Ocelon very solid on that back end. Almost a quick pass play coming out from Fadeaway as they are trying to rebuild that offense. They got to do it soon, though. Got to start looking at the clock as we hit that 1 minute remaining mark.
Little more than a minute as Tigre will have to chase this down in the corner. A tough ball to read, and he does have it, but Steak lets this go by. Way spawns very close to the ball again. We've seen it happen. Player spawns in, and it turns into a mess. Didn't happen that time. Way now, deep into the corner. Try to kill more time, prevent Fadeaway from getting that equalizing strike. They've done well to keep it just a 1-goal deficit. But Way right there at midfield, that's where the Giants have controlled this series so far. Way will score, as all Freaky could do was watch. It was well out of his reach.
Yeah, Tox with this one off the backboard. Ocelon, he tried to go up for it. That's a necessary touch to make, and you see why. Open net, well, seemingly from how many options he had to shoot through, and the shot is good. Vodafone Giants with a 2-goal lead, 30 seconds remaining. The offense is finally starting to click for this team.
Freaky got this one to the crossbar, but that's about it. Vodafone Giants, boy, give them a lot of credit after going through what they did in the previous round, having to come right back, no break whatsoever, and play with their tournament life on the line, with their major life on the line. They have bounced back in a huge way and now are closing in on a sweep of Fadeaway.
Fadeaway having to reverse sweep Vodafone Giants if they want to make playoffs. That is quite the feat. And this is a round 5 match that I never thought I would see, especially in the major stacks.
Yeah, it would take a Herculean effort for Fadeaway to come back from this. I say that, it has certainly happened. We've seen no shortage of reverse sweeps and upsets and the like all throughout this past 7 days. When you look back at Oceania, and now you look at South America yesterday, Europe even today, we've had just about everything. It would be fitting to end with a reverse sweep. Vodafone Giants certainly have other plans. A well-rounded offensive effort from Steak, Tox, and Way, and now they're looking to put the finishing touches on a masterful round 5 performance. And they're off to a good start here as they fend off the opening kickoff. And Way is going to have a big booming clear downfield that he can go after and challenge Tigre.
Fadeaway struggling to find a successful offense, lacking execution, showing signs of being able to have control, but just to fall short. Now they have to dig deep here. 30 seconds have gone by in game 3. Vodafone Giants up in the series. They only need to win this one to close it out. But we'll see how Fadeaway will go. Will they? And I don't think they will live up to their name and just fade out here.
Thumbway, a little floater that's easily stopped by Ocelon. Stake will take over at the midfield line. He's got Thumbway coming up and in as well with a full canister. What a pass for Tox! And he goes right down the middle.
Look at this. Stake with the challenge to send it across. And you talked about the pass. Look at that. Straight to him. And Tox with the finish. He's been able to execute on offense, and you see the benefits of it. Vodafone Giants, again, they are finding their stride. They are hitting their shots.
Now, you couldn't have picked that ball up and thrown it any more accurately, but look out, it's Freaky. Boy, Fadeaway have had some great surges off the kickoff, and they finally convert on one.
And Freaky, off that pass from Tigre, who pushes it towards the ceiling, able to set him up. You want to respond to a goal straight off kickoff. That's going to be big for Fadeaway in their momentum.
Oh, Tox, good cheat up to get this all the way over to Thumbway. That's a good read by Freaky. Now Ocelon taking his time, getting around Stake. Fadeaway trying to play a much more methodical style to get the Vodafone Giants out of their element. Oh, that's a giveaway to Tox, and Tigre barely made the save. Follow up from Stake, and Tigre got in his way as well. Tox will try to set up Thumbway, and Ocelon deals with that threat as well. Fadeaway, that could have been an absolute disaster, but they keep this game tied at least for now.
When you see the Vodafone Giants' ability to execute like that on offense, you got to be concerned here for Fadeaway. That being said, great defensive stop there for the boys in blue. Another big touch may be needed. No, it'll be sent back into the Giants' end here. I'm very impressed with Fadeaway able to keep this tied up. I say that, they might take the lead. Clear the ball, somebody, Zamway and Stake will come together. Freaky tried to get the shot blocked by Tox. That was scary, Stacks.
And Freaky almost got a redirect in front as well, but Tox made that stop too. Both teams have had to scramble in front of their own net. They have passed the test on both occasions. Now we can settle in and play some real Rocket League. Thumbway challenged by Freaky, and that will leave Stake to take over. Looking for Tox again, and that's a great play by Tox. Bring that out to the side. Everybody's gearing up for a shot. Keep the defense guessing. Eventually, that's going to open up opportunities down the line.
Seeing Fadeaway here, just kind of trying to take things slow. You even said it yourself, that methodical gameplay honestly has been paying big dividends in how much space they're able to, take hold of. And they've been out shooting the Vodafone Giants at this point, but the Giants have really had some quality shot accuracy whenever they do decide to take the shot. And this one's going to come down to who can find that mark to break through the defense here. Still a minute and 40 seconds remaining, but this is tense, Stacks, as Fadeaway fight for their life.
Ocelon looking for a tight angle double, could not score, but he dropped that down in front for Tigre to score his first goal of the series.
And at a crucial point in the series as well, pitch straight down, Tigre finds the angle to make that play work. Lead here for Fadeaway, 1:28 on the clock. They got to hold on to this.
So often we've seen a team score and then give one up right back the other way. Thumbway looking to center. This does kick out for Tox. He got the clean win. It's still loose in front. Freaky at least got a piece of that, I think. And now this will lob across. Thumbway, no, and Tox had to put on the brakes at the last second. Freaky with a big clear, and that sends the Giants back to their own zone.
Giants, they're trying to see if they can get something going.
No.
You see that commit though from Tox. He went all in on this one. That's gonna roll all the way downfield, and it'll go in. Freaky, big time goal at a big time moment to give a 2-goal cushion to Fadeaway.
You cannot be worried about what happens if you lose the challenge. Freaky all in on that play at midfield and rewarded. 3-1. Fadeaway in front, trying to stave off elimination from the major. Stake burning a ton of boost here and a ton of time. And now it just doesn't matter. Freaky scores his 5th goal. He's got 5 out of Fadeaway's 6.
And look at that. Freaky is showing the confidence here with the level of aggression on offense. You're able to see him step up for Fadeaway and drop some big-time goals here to keep them in this one. It's a 3-goal lead with 30 seconds remaining. But what a turnaround here for Fadeaway.
And we've reached a point where it is apparently mathematically impossible for a team to come back. Fadeaway is still, Vodafone Giants still going to play. I think that's what separates them from Guild, as this will go downfield. Stake trying to at least get something going for the Giants. 15 seconds left. Tox's shot is on target, but saved away by Asalan. Thamwe will score with only 8 seconds left.
And Vodafone Giants still getting one back here. The initial shot was honestly really well done from Tox. Still pass play able to work out, and Asalan was already stretched pretty thin after the initial save. So Giants pressure still able to show success. You would have loved to see this earlier on in the game, especially when they're trying to close out the series, but they will have to play on as we are going to go into a game 4.
And I think that late surge there, just that last 30 seconds from the Giants, highlights the importance of those insurance goals that Fadeaway was able to get, especially that big clear by Freaky that ends up in the net. Takes a lot of pressure off of you when a team scores with 8 seconds left, knowing you still got a 2-goal lead as opposed to 1. And you cannot let a team like the Giants or like Fadeaway hang around. As Giants are about to find out, they didn't close out Fadeaway when they had the chance. And now you wonder, Daz, if the pressure's going to start to shift a little bit as Fadeaway tries to mount a comeback.
At this point, I'd expect the pressure to shift, especially after that performance from Freaky. He was able to come through, 6 shots, able to score 3 of those. And I think now he's got to be rallying back here with Asalan and Tigray, letting them know, okay, this one is all in our control. We can totally do this. They have to show up here.
Big kickoff as we start Game 4 on Utopia Coliseum. It's still a must-win for Team Fadeaway. Stake. This is a good kickoff for the Vodafone Giants, but Asalan's going to play that all the way across. Thamwe avoids Stake. Got this ball center, but Tox very wisely peeled off. And now Freaky just didn't have that ball get to him with enough pace. And he's going to have to play this downfield. Good little give-and-go action alongside Asalan, who tries to take out Tox. This goes deep into the corner, and both teams not blinking early on here in Game 1. That may be the mistake, though. That opens things up. Thamwe forced it through, and it's only the frame of the goal to save them. Finally, Stake comes in, and the Giants are back in front.
Good look here from Stake. As this one bounced up, Freaky and Asalan, they had to go. Stake just barely gets it past them. They got to clean up these mistakes. Giants are pushing, and they will continue to push until this series is over. Fadeaway have to fight back.
Oh, and Thamwe's gonna score again right off the kickoff. This is devastating now for Fadeaway, and one that I'm sure Asalan might want back.
You talk about Asalan, but the challenge in the air, I believe that might have been Tigray who went up. That's gotta hurt because Thamwe goes right under him. It was either Tigray or Freaky, and he goes right under him to get that shot through. You always go up expecting to get a challenge on the ball, but when it goes right past you and in your net, it does not feel good. Now we see Vodafone Giants with a 2-goal lead in the first minute, but there's a lot of time left in this game.
Tox dumps this right back in, Thamwe, and the Giants looking to pick up right where they had left off after Game 1, where they just had dominated the first half of that game. If they can continue this performance, they will close out Fadeaway and go into next week's playoffs. Boy, has it been a ride throughout this whole fall split for the Vodafone Giants. Tox got this up. Nobody at the net, but he can't find the angle, and Freaky has just enough time to save the day.
Oh, they are playing around the defense, though. These soft touches are throwing off Fadeaway. Ball out to Zamwe. Tox almost found the redirect there. It's so close, but it's just not enough for Fadeaway. They gotta get on top of this. Challenge this Vodafone Giant squad. Freaky starts things off. Tigre with the touch. He thought Stig had a piece of it, but it will get away from him.
Ocelon got to stay with this play, and Zamwe just waits him out. All the way across now for Tigre. But they didn't even have a lot of boost when they started their last push downfield. They have a little bit more in the tank now, but not that much more. Tox slowing them down just enough. And meanwhile, the Vodafone Giants, they are very much content to let Fadeaway just throw the ball down at their end of the field and send it right back and say, okay, try again. Ocelon will do just that. Looking to hit Freaky. Good outlet pass. And now they go downfield. Good two-man passing play to get down there. But now Freaky's got to hit Tigre, and Tigre is just too far back. Cannot come up and challenge as the Giants' defense is all over anything in front of their net.
You got to be faster than them if you want to be able to break through. Getting in front and cutting out the Giants' passing plays is a step forward here for Fadeaway. You start to see some signs of that, and it almost works out. But it's going to be a tough task. 2 goals in less than 2 minutes. If any team can do it, it's Fadeaway.
It is Tigre whiffing on this as he was, I think, maybe trying to block them away. All Ocelon can do is just throw the ball downfield. They've got to be a lot less disjointed. So right now, Tigre with a backflip, but right now things are a mess for Fadeaway. I mean, they don't have anybody going forward. Yeah. They got guys halfway between coming up and going back, and late communication, if any at all. And all the Vodafone Giants are doing is just sitting back and going, okay, sure. This is the easiest closeout of our lives right now. Another clear, this time intercepted by Ocelon. Things looking a little better for Fadeaway. Tigre got it in front, but Zamwe sent that right back out. Got to get a lot more creative, and the execution has to be there. Freaky almost got in Stake's way. So Ocelon will play this indirect for himself off the ceiling. Shot is high, and that was the only thing keeping this game scoreless. If it's on target, he had the defender beat.
And it took a minute for them to even get that much here, Stacks. Just seems like Fadeaway are losing control, not only of their own team coordination, but obviously of the rest of the series. Here, 40 seconds left. And you talk about our Herculean effort. This is honestly it. Vodafone Giants, all the pressure, control here. A shaky Fadeaway squad has to pick up 2 goals with not a lot of time here.
If you ever want to teach somebody how to close out a game, show them what the Vodafone Giants have done. It is Tox putting the finishing touches. They are Giants indeed.
They carry that one all the way downfield. Vodafone Giants, again, just showing why they are one of the best in Europe. Tox with the carry, and they have just seemingly dismantled this Fadeaway squad that was almost on the brink of pulling off a 5-game set. It will not happen. They'll try, but at this point, the clock is against them. Everything is against them, and Fadeaway will fade out. Vodafone Giants secure their trip to the playoffs.
Vamos indeed, as the Giants move through, and they do it after having 2 previous shots at getting into the playoffs. They started off 2-0 with wins granted over Just Libertas and Endpoint, and then they ran into BDS where BDS did BDS things to them, and then they ran into Triple Trouble. You saw the way they lost that series in very heartbreaking fashion in overtime of Game 4, but they would not be denied as they shut out Fadeaway and finally finished the job.
Yeah, you know, I feel like they really wanted that win when they played against Triple Trouble. They weren't able to secure it. You could see the frustration in the opening game here of this series. Then you saw Fadeaway start to see if they could get things going. They looked really controlled. Freaky had a standout performance, but they just ended up letting it slip. Giants was not going to drop this series. There was no way. And although it took them the long route, they do end up going to the playoffs here, Stacks.
And that is bad news for a lot of teams like Galaxy Racer and Top Blokes. This is a Vodafone Giants team that, okay, they're going to go in with a low seed because they were 3-2. That doesn't mean anything because that is a team that can be absolutely deadly. We've seen them at their peak. Today was not their peak by a long shot. Next week, they're going to bring their A game, and that is a team I would not be surprised to, first of all, see in the finals. I also wouldn't be surprised to see them win the whole darn thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but we have to get there at this point. We still have another match going on the Rocket League stream to close out the day, but this has been quite the Swiss stage here for Europe. Been a lot of amazing Rocket League gameplay, and let's send it back over to the desk to take a look at all of it.